we're set up really, really well. We're manufactured in a bunch of different countries of origin. We can prioritize which countries are getting favorable trade deals from the US and ship goods mainly from there. It's a distraction right now for all of us. It's a lot. It's, you know, our team is constantly communicating about it, of how do we get ahead of it and what decisions we make next. And you know, we hope there's an end game here where we can all just plan our businesses accordingly and do the fun part of the business of doing fun partnerships and creating an awesome product and telling cool stories.
But just from a business standpoint, I just wonder, does it mean fewer Herschel products will be sold in the United States, or they're going to cost 25% more, or what is the, let's say, the 2025 impact going to be?
We've made the decision not to raise any prices, and that's really a benefit from our diversity of countries around the world. We'll have to make strategic decisions about the future, but you know, our 25 outlook is going to be hold and see and wait and see. I mean, uncertainty, I think, in life is a killer. In business, it's a killer. It's you know, we try with our team here to bring as much certainty to possible in any decision we make, because it's allows us to plan better, execute better all the time. So yeah, I mean, it's a big distraction, and you know, it's a distraction for us and sort of every other brand. That we're not alone in this, and the sooner that we have clarity into what's happening, we can make longer term decisions on what we need to do to act accordingly.
So you have a company that's based in Vancouver, named after a hamlet in Saskatchewan that you have family ties to. What do you hope Herschel means to your customers?
Well, for us, it was this place that both Jamie and I and our other brother Jason got to go to tons as kids. So our grandparents had a house there. Our dad was born and raised in the town, and we used to always load up on our family station wagon and go back to this little town of Herschel. And of course, from a lot of people, it doesn't mean anything. But for us, it meant a whole bunch. We got to adventure around. I think it just constantly, for us, later in our lives, was a reminder of that you can make something out of nothing, and you can have fun and be an adventurer wherever you are in the world. And for us, it was some of our best memories as growing up together. And so
putting that into a brand is, I hope, what the end consumer really sees is really why we ended up wanting to put that name in there. Is it's kind of complete creative freedom to do whatever you want through life.
So you have the name from that small hamlet, but you're based here in Vancouver, and I just wonder what impact on your company and maybe even on your products is there being based in Vancouver? I
mean, we're surrounded by mountains, the Pacific Ocean. We quite often say we have 1 foot in city and 1 foot in nature, and I feel our brand does as well as us as humans living here. The fact it's a very worldly city and very global city.
I think that we can get great talent here. There's the arts, there's culture, there's just a great city to pull amazing staff from.
There are other companies here as well, obviously, like Arc'teryx and Aritzia and Lululemon, but tell me about the community of people you draw on that work on your products.
Yeah, I mean, we've pulled them from everywhere. I think having the aforementioned brands of Aritzia, Lulu, and Arc'teryx here really obviously aids in that. But again, I feel the biggest thing that we can market from Vancouver is Vancouver. And so whether people want to stay here, whether people want to come here, whether people want to move here, I mean, we've got a tremendous asset in this city and this country that people want to be a part of.
So here in Vancouver, you put together your bags, you design them. I mean, what happens inside this room?
This is our prototype room where we would really do all our first protos, and really that is to see size, shape, how it's going to drape, feature sets, what's working, what's not.
How do you know in East Vancouver what fabric or texture or color is going to be interesting to a customer in Finland or France in a year and a half?
The nice thing about us is that obviously most companies working within lifestyle fashion are looking at trend boards and at sites. But for us, I think it's intuition. You have to know your brand. You have to know your consumer. You have to always be looking in the future. We're working with 1.5 to 2 years into the future with all of our bags as we go to sell. So I think it's intuition, taste level, style, just trying to make sure we're being progressive. And there's also risk in that. But with that risk is where the excitement and the payoff is too.
We prioritized in the early days our goal to be a global brand. And one of the things that maybe was the catalyst for that was both Jaime and I were sales reps for years, and we had territories. And you sort of always knew the opportunity also existed outside of your territory, but you had a border around where you were allowed to sell. And I do remember, and Jaime will probably butcher this, but I do remember saying well, when we create a brand, the whole, all of Earth is our territory. And I think you said something about it, don't forget about the moon. But we can try to sell products there too. But the reality is.
So there's a fair amount of swagger in that little exchange that you guys had. Yeah.
Well, not a lot of people on the moon. I try to look for an addressable market size that, well, maybe there are people, we just haven't discovered them yet.
Nothing wrong to be first. So.
Are you all around the world?
Country-wise today,
there's 72.
72 countries,
wow.
Through about...
Not in every country.
Yeah, not in every country.
And not on the moon yet.
That's a lot of countries, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so let's talk a little bit about bricks and mortar stores. Nordstrom's is one of your early champions. The Bay is another retailer that you guys had stores within. They're obviously not doing that anymore. How hard is it for you to find shelf space in Canada given what's going on in retail right now?
I mean, it's dynamic. Those are two businesses that we could have had great relationships with. I think that as much as we're extremely, sad to see it go, I think we're equally optimistic about what's yet to come. And Herschel is in Canada is very, very well known. We have high brand awareness, and we have continued loyalty from Canadians. I think the advantage of being sold in 72 countries of the world means we have diversity in revenue, which helps us, take these speed bumps and move on.
A lot of people, when I mention Herschel to them, describe you as a backpack company. You're cool with that one-liner?
I think it's the primary part of our business, but for me, we're so much more than that. But
some brands don't become famous for anything, and being famous for something, I think, is a great foundation to build anything you want on top of it. So if people refer to us as a backpack brand, we're fine with it for sure, because we're famous for that. And again, being famous for something, I think as a brand is really, really important.
All right. Great talking to you. Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Thank you.